Welcome in, folks, to Texans Today. I have a great show in store for you, but you didn't think I forgot, did you? No way we could forget. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear CJ7 franchise, our best quarterback. Happy birthday to you. Spam HBD in the comments section. Let's get it going. Hello and welcome into another edition of Texans Today. Have a stacked show for you. Is the Texans offensive line, are we back? Are the boys back in town? I'll be talking about that in just a moment. Is there a breakout star on defense? And it might not be who you think it is. I'll tell you that in the middle of today's show. And at the very end of today's show, the Texans, they are shooting up the power rankings. I'll let you know where they slot in. But before we get started, I need your help. I want to do a Texans watch party this weekend, and we're 140 subscribers away. If you want to have me go live, Texans versus Falcons, you got to go down and hit that subscribe button or go to youtube.com/TexansTV. You also get free Texans videos every single week, daily news and rumors content. We got you covered here on Texans Today. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Bang, now. The boys are back in town. Tytus Howard, Scruggs, they can finally play after 4 weeks on short-term IR. So glad to have some sort of healthy O-line for CJ Stroud. Finally, I mean, he's been good with the tattered O-line so far, but we're finally getting some of the boys back. Tytus Howard, which he's been hinting that he's going to be back this week. Even though they come off short-term IR, they could still sit out this week. But Tytus Howard actually tweeted at Laremy Tunsil, can't wait for next week. So sounds like both the tackles are going to be back. And then Scruggs also off of short-term IR. But the real question is, who's going to start at center? Because rookie Jarrett Patterson, the 6th-round pick out of Notre Dame, he has looked fantastic starting at center. So I wonder, do you keep him at center? And then if you do that, do you just go ahead and play Scruggs at guard? Or do you put Scruggs at center and then Jarrett Patterson at guard? That's kind of the question moving forward for Bobby Slowick and DeMeco Ryans with this Texans offensive line. Is they've actually played pretty decent, all things considered. But do you change it up? What do you do with these guys returning into the lineup? I want to hear from you folks at home first. Who should start at center? If you think it should be Scruggs, go down and type S. If you think they need to keep Jarrett Patterson at center, go down and type B. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So if there's a YouTube ad break, perfect timing. Go down and answer today's pinned question. I'm typing in my P for Patterson. I think they should honestly keep Jarrett Patterson at center because it's worked so far with CJ Stroud. There really hasn't been that much turmoil with the center position. And I would just slot in Scruggs at left guard and just roll with this lineup. I have a lot of confidence in Jarrett Patterson at center, having Scruggs at left guard, and then obviously Tytus Howard, Laremy Tunsil as your bookend tackles. This is what I would go to. And I'm just glad overall the offensive line is improving because I was really worried in the preseason, first week of the season, about this offensive line. They did not look that good, but to give up 0 sacks against TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, who many regard as one of the best pass rush duos in the NFL, hats off to you. Austin Deculus, I've given you a bunch of shit. You played pretty well this past week, and the rest of the offensive line, they stepped up when they needed to. Maybe it's the battle red. Maybe we need to wear the battle red more, producer Coop. I don't know. But this offensive line, they looked fantastic this past Sunday, and I'm just glad CJ Stroud has a little bit more protection coming up the pipeline. And coming up, a breakout star on defense. Who could it be? I'll tell you right after I show some love to our sponsor, Prize Picks. And how easy is it to play? It's as easy as this. You choose 2 people, you go to their stat projections, and you just choose more or less. It's really that easy. Testing my skills on Prize Picks this football season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. PrizePicks offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday each Tuesday. PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. And my picks for this next coming week, you know I got more on CJ Stroud. It's your birthday, boy. I gotta show you some love. We got more on his passing yards, 244.5. Dameon Pierce, only 53.5 rushing yards. I'm hitting more on that. And then Deebo Samuel, I'm going more on 50.5 receiving yards. Why? He's on my fantasy team, so I need him to do well. But I'm also picking them on my prize picks, and you can too. Just go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Let me say that again. A first deposit match up to $100 when you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS. Daily fantasy sports made easy with PrizePicks. The X factor on defense, the breakout star who I alluded to, it's this guy right here. Jonathan Greenard. He had an outstanding game against the Steelers, and he looked absolutely fantastic. I mean, just look at the stats. 5 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks, 3 quarterback hits against the Steelers. This dude is really showing out in a contract year. I called it preseason. If you have been subbed since preseason, since training camp, I said it all along. This is going to be a big year for Jonathan Greenard because it's a contract year. Last year of his contract, he needs to step up, and he's saying, show me the money. I'm trying to get paid. Jonathan Greenard, you're playing like it because you have absolutely shown out. I'm going to be looking for 52 this weekend to get after Desmond Ridder and that Atlanta Falcons running game. Maybe stop Bijan Robinson. But Jonathan Greenard, hats off to you. You and Will Anderson, I'm telling you right now, at the end of the year, they could be regarded as one of the top pass rush duos in the NFL, and they're young. They're not even in their prime. So Jonathan Greenard, hats off to you. Breakout player this week for the Houston Texans. Last but certainly not least, let's get into some Week 5 power rankings in the Texans. I mean, if they were on the Dow Jones and you had stock in the Texans, I'm telling you, you are a rich man right now. And before I get to some other publications, I got to show some love to our main channel here at Chat Sports. They did their own Week 5 NFL power rankings. I'm going to have that in the comments and in the description of today's video. Go check it out after this video. See where the Texans landed. Our host, Tom Downey, he broke it down team by team. So go there and check out Chat Sports' Week 5 NFL power rankings. Now to the other publications, if you can call them that, whatever you want to say about these other sites. Pro Football Talk, they actually had the Texans all the way at number 11, almost in the top 10. Bleacher Report had the Texans at 18, ESPN 20, CBS Sports at 12, and The Athletic at 14. And I got to tell you, last week, it was a lot different. The Texans, they were in the mid to late 20s. They were high up there, 26, 27, 28. Now, who would have thought? Look at us. Look at us. Who would have thought? I did. This guy, because I called it the Texans. They are showing out under first-year head coach DeMeco Ryans. But I want to hear from you folks at home. I don't want to hear from the folks at The Athletic or Bleacher Report or blah, 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 ESPN. I want to hear from the real ones. I want to hear from you at home. Where would you put the Texans in your NFL power rankings? And I actually encourage all you at home, if you have a little bit of time, if you're bored, if you just want to do something fun, put together your own power rankings. It's a little bit harder than you think, kind of putting these teams, stacking them 1 to 32. Go home, make your own power rankings. Where would you put the Texans in those power rankings? Let me know. That's going to be all for today's show. And like I mentioned at the top of today's show, subscribe for a Texans watch party. You get free Texans content. And I'll tell you this one time. Subscribe. If you don't like it in a week, go ahead and unsubscribe. I want to earn your subscription. I want to tell you how it is. I want to give you fun, informative Texans news and rumors every single week. And I want to earn your subscription. So subscribe. If you don't like it in a week, you can unsubscribe. It's free. But I want to earn your subscription here at Texans Today because that's what we do. We're real ones. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you next time.